R's. And the 7 R's are the 7 R's that are characteristics that we really should look for in a good friend. Because I talk to people all the time and they're struggling with their friendships. They're struggling with the people that they surround themselves with. And one of the things on our self supporting attitudes and behaviors list is to routinely examine your circle of friends. And as you're examining your circle of friends, there may be people in the friendship circle that really do not deserve to be in the friendship circle. And it's okay to make someone not in your friendship circle. However, what is not good is when you decide to go to them and tell them, say, hey, let me tell you something. You're no longer in my friendship circle. No, that's mean. And when you do things mean, you know you reap what you sow. So if you're sowing meanness, meanness is coming back to you. So make sure you're doing things gracefully. Make sure you're doing things loving and kind. And so I may not have someone in my inner circle, but that doesn't mean that they're still not a part of my life. That still doesn't mean that I may not go to the barbecue. It doesn't mean that I may not sit with them in church sometimes. However, they may not be the person that is my ride or die. They may not be the person that I share my secrets with. There may not be the person that I connect with when I'm looking to deal with the tragedy or I'm dealing with a loss or something like that. So really begin to examine your circle. So when I thought about that, I says we need to make sure that we know what's the criteria for examining people to be in our circle of our friends. And so the first thing is the first R is that the person must be real. And when I say real, people say that all the time is that I keep it 100. I'm always real. I'm always, no. Let me say what real is. Real is being genuine. Real is being honest. Real is being authentic. Real does not mean that I have to beat you up. It does not mean that when I'm being 100, I'm hurting your feelings. And so let me tell you that what real isn't. It isn't being fake. It isn't being vague in your conversations. Have you ever asked a person a question and you're really looking for the for real answer, but then they're very vague in what they're saying? They never give you what they really think or what they really feel. No, I want a person that's going to be real with me. I want a person that iron is sharpening my iron. They are iron and I am iron. However, iron sharpens iron, but it should not cut. I should not feel like I just been sliced and diced when I had the conversation with you. And then it's also that people who are trustworthy. If they're real, then they can be trusted. So I want you to really start making a list of these qualities because these are things you're going to begin to compare, engage the friendships that you have in your world. So the first is just being real, being real. Number two is a biggie, respectful. And respectful is seen when a person is gracious, when they are polite, when they are considerate, and when they're not that way, they may be rude, they may be mean, and they may be inconsiderate. And let me say this is that you want to surround yourself with people that, how can I say it a better way, is you can take them places. You don't want to go places with someone that you consider as a real friend, and then they do things that shine badly on you. So you don't want to be at the gala and your friend is at the gala and they're loud, they're talking all loud, they're cussing, they are rude to people, and really watch how people treat other people. Because even if they're your friend and you say that, oh, well, they don't treat me this way, if it's in their person, if it's in their capacity to do a thing, you are going to get your turn. You will get your turn in uh, a person being disrespectful. They may not be disrespectful with you today. They may be building that relationship with you now, but sooner or later, if it's in them to be rude and to be mean and inconsiderate, watch them. You don't want people around you that can destroy opportunities that you have, that you may take them someplace and then they embarrass you, they talk inappropriate and make people look at you. I remember I have a good girlfriend now. Her name is Shar Goolsby. And Shar she told me, she came to me and shared with me once that she just did not want to have nothing to do with me. And she did not want to have nothing to do with me, not because of anything that I had done, but because of an association that I had. I was hanging real tough with a friend at that time who had done some very shady things in business to several people. I did not know that. I was not aware of that. However, it was absolutely damaging my connections with people, and I didn't even know it. I didn't even know that people were looking at me a certain kind of way because I had such a close affinity with this person, and this person had done some very demeaning things to several people who were colleagues and people in my circle. And so, what Shar said to me is that she came to me because other people around me who knew me and knew me well said, "No, no, Sabrina not like that. Sabrina's not like that. Sabrina's not like that." And she said she had to check herself, that she had to give me a chance to stand on my own bail, so I could stand on my own pail and I could just be my own relationship with her. And so we are extremely good friends now, so much so that there have been times that she's had to go out of town and I would fly in to stay at her house and almost be her. I would go to her business, I would go and take care of her niece. I would just show up in the world as her for the time that she was gone. That's the level of trust that you want to have. And so that respect piece is very important. So the second R is to be respectful. The third R is to be reliable. And being reliable is being loyal, is having a space where you feel safe with the person, that you know that they're going to do what they say they're going to do, that they are decisive. They make a decision and they stick with the decision. They're not uncertain, they're not deceptive, they're not manipulative, they're not corrupt in their behavior. And so you want to make sure, as you're talking about people who you are bringing in your inner circle, the people who are your close friends, the people who you really can connect with and let your hair down and be who you are and be authentic with them, is that they're reliable. You don't want to be around someone that you're reliable for them and they ain't ever reliable for you. That when you say that you're going to be there, when you say that you're going to show up, you're there. But when the shoe is on the other foot, you can't find them. I say all the time, I have a disdain for people that they will find me no matter where I'm at on the planet. If they want something from me, if they want me to speak, if they want me to train, if they want me to coach, if they want whatever they want, if they'll find me. But then if I turn around and have a need from them, I can't find it. I can't get them to call me back. And so I am very, very careful about where I sow my seed. I am very careful about who I pour into and the rationale behind why I am doing it. If I am doing it because I really feel that this person is a friend to me, that this person is someone that I've connected with in a friendship, friendship has benefits. Friendships have benefits for the other person and for you. So I always say you don't always want to be the giver, but you don't always want to be the receiver. Look at your relationships and see, are you always the one giving? Are you always the one receiving? Because neither one of those seats are you supposed to sit in for the totality of the friendship. Sometimes you have to give, but then sometimes you have to learn how to receive. I remember when I lost my mom, and people were just, oh my goodness, they were so amazing to me. They came, they sat with me, they cooked, they cleaned, they helped me. They just did so many things for me, and I wasn't used to that. I really wasn't used to people just coming and doing. I'm always rushing and doing stuff for folk, and so for me to be able to um, receive was something that I had to learn how to do. And so, yes, when you have good friends, you give and you receive. So you want to make sure that the people that's in your circle are reliable. Hey, to my Facebook Live family that's out there with me, thank you. You can put your comments in. Hey, Kevin Binion, Apostle. Hey, Tamika Gaines, how are you? I just wanted to say hey, and you can absolutely put your comments in. And if you have questions, put them in. If you have scenarios, put them in. I absolutely want to share them with you. Then Number four. Number four is that they reciprocate. They reciprocate. That goes hand in hand with what I just said about being reliable. Reciprocating means that they respond to you. That when you call, they answer the phone. When you text, they text you back. When you're in need, and they are open to you. They're available to you. Even if something's going on with them, they just may stop for a minute and say, I can't talk right now. I'm in a meeting, but I'm going to text you back. You know that you're not falling on deaf ears. You know you're uh, not being ignored, as they say. I just think about the movie of Fatal Attraction when Glenn Close said, I will not be ignored here. You don't want friends that ignore you. That's not a friend. If they're ignoring you, when you have something that, and I don't care what it is, it could be something that you're upset about that you need to kind of talk to someone about, or it could be something that you're excited about, something good has happened, you want to share it with your friends, and then you call it and call it and call it, and you can't get them. That doesn't feel real good. So you want someone that's going to reciprocate. You want someone that's going to share their life and your life. This is very key because I remember, and I had to own my own stuff. I remember I was teaching a Bible study once, and I was teaching on servant leadership. And in that particular uh, training, I was talking about people who were people that you looked up to, people that you learned from, and everyone who was in the class. I was able to tell them who their person was. And I was like, oh yeah, you really a Joel Osteen person. Oh, you read everything Joyce Meyer says. Oh, you love T.D. Jakes. I knew who every person's person was. Nobody knew who my person was. And so it made me stop and think. I have to reciprocate. I can't just always take information from people about people. I have to be willing and open to give as well. So I have to not only be the person that someone calls to dump on and tell their business to, I need to be able to tell and dump as well. Because sometimes when you're the giver, when you're the helper, when you're the person who is the counselor, who's the coach, or who's the spiritual leader, you are the person that people come to give their information to. But when it's a friendship, they have to be willing and able to take your information too. So it has to be a sharing. It has to be a give and a take. It has to be an ebb and a flow. When you have a friend, they have to reciprocate. So you don't want a person that will deny you. You don't want a person who will refuse to take your telephone calls or who will refuse to talk to you when you're in need. It has to be reciprocal in nature. That's the fourth R. Let me jump into mm, the fifth R. And the fifth R is reassuring. You need to have people around you who will comfort you, who will encourage you, and who will cheer you. You want to have somebody that's your rah, rah, rah. You want to have somebody that's going to encourage you. And I just looked down on Facebook Live, and Aquila just came on, and Aquila is like another mother to me. She's a spiritual prayer warrior to me, but she is somebody who cheers me, who encourages me, who comforts me, who prays for me and with me. Yes, you need those type of friends in your life. You need those type of people. So you need people who are reassuring to let you know that yeah, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to take a day to just lay down and just rest and just, but not somebody who's telling you, oh no, you got to be pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. No, everybody needs a break. So you need someone to reassure you that it's okay when you're not okay. You don't want someone who's going to bring you down. You don't want someone that when you see their number on your caller ID, it makes your stomach get that anxious feeling because you're like, oh Lord, it's going to be some drama. It's going to be something going on there. No, you don't want that. You want someone that is reassuring, that's reassuring to your spirit, that's reassuring that when you see the number, you're like, oh, yes, even if it's just a joke or even if it's just a laugh, you want people around you that calms your spirit, that even awakens your spirit, but that doesn't irritate and agitate your spirit. So reassuring is the fifth R. The sixth R. The sixth R is a releaser. What do I mean by releaser? They're the type of people who don't hold grudges. Because in any friendship, all friendships, you will be able to handle a disagreement. You have learned to agree to disagree agreeably. Because I don't care who it is, you're never going to see the same things the same way all the time. And so you must have someone around you who can release, that they don't hold grudges, they don't hold on to anger, they don't hold on to the disagreement. I don't have to uh, defriend you just because we have a disagreement, just because we see something differently, just because you love Luther and I don't, you love Cat Williams and I don't, you really want to run and go see TD Jakes and I don't. So we don't have to do everything the same, see everything the same, speak everything the same, and could still be genuinely good friends because we learn how to let things go. But let me say this about letting things go. Letting things go does not mean that you don't share when you are disturbed or when something has troubled you or when something is not right or not working for you or something's done pricked and hurt your feelings, because this is something that sometimes we do, because I know I've done it before. I want to save the friendship. I want to save the relationship. So I will keep my disdain. I will keep my feelings of being hurt and not share it. But how can a person get better if you don't tell them what they did to offend? Because if you can't have open, honest communication with a friend, then that's not a friend. I need to be able to say to you, you know what? When you do that, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. Or that kind of hurts my feelings if you say it that way. Or that hurts my feelings when you do. I need to be able to speak my truth. And I should not be afraid to speak my truth. I should not be feeling like I'm walking on eggshells because the person that I'm talking to is going to take it the wrong way or they're not going to listen, because listening is a skill. Hearing is a bodily function. Too often we will hear, and just up until the point that we are pricked our rebuttal, and then we start getting ready for what we want to say next, and we don't stop listening. You have to listen for understanding. Listen so that you really understand what the person is saying and not taking it personally. This is so important that we stop taking things personally, because really what a person does has to do with what's going on within them, but my response to it has to do with what's going on within me. And I need to be able to have the conversation openly and honestly with the person so that we can get an understanding. Because sometimes conflict is necessary, because conflict helps us learn how to handle the person better, how to handle situations better. Conflict is not something that we should run away from. Conflict gives us an opportunity to look at it differently, to have empathy, to uh, learn how to see it from the other person's point of view. It's just about how we see a thing. How we deal with the thing is how we walk out that thing. And so when you start to think about your friendships and you're taking them through this gauge, these R's that you're going through, you want to make sure, thank you so much, Miss Moore. Uh, you want to make sure that not only are you looking at it for how it's affecting you, the R's are affecting you, but how are you showing up in the R's as well? Let me get to number seven. Number seven is rampart. And another word for rampart is guard. Another word for rampart is support. This is someone, for lack of a better term, I got another R for it. I got a slash. It's your ride or die. That I don't care what's going on. You there for me. If I am in trouble, you coming to see about me. If I'm sick, you're bringing me some soup. If I'm excited, you are there to hold me up and celebrate with me. If I am uh, excited about a new position or a new something going, you over there dancing with me. If I'm hustling, you hustling. We are ride or die, and we support each other. We guard. We hold people's confidence. This is a biggie. We hold each other's confidence. And what I mean by that is that I don't tell your secrets, that you know you can tell me your for real truth and it's safe with me because I will guard it with my life. You know, you hear the term that, oh, there's some things you just take to the grave with you. So some stuff you're not supposed to tell. You want to be the type of friend that if someone is really struggling with something and they are having some issues, that they can tell you their truth, that they can work it out with you, they can talk it out with you, and that you're not going to take it and go to somebody and say, girl, let me tell you what you dealing with. No, because we all are going through something. We all are dealing with something. We all are challenged by something. I have a question. I need to put my glasses on now. I have a question on Facebook Live, and I'm gonna read it. Um, it says, letting things go. I've had several church hurts with men who claimed to be not only believers, but also shepherds. So they were not only members of the church, they was leaders, or the pastor, or the bishop, or the apostle in the church. Uh, and then eventually God pulled off the covers and the narcissistic individuals were revealed. I'm not harboring I'll, any ill feelings towards these two men. It was two men. She's telling the truth, two men. Instead, I'm asking God to assist me in becoming more discerning. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Because if you are really looking at situations that have led to you being hurt, led to you discovering that someone was not being authentic, that they weren't telling you the truth, you have to go back and say to yourself, what things that I overlook, what things that I let go because I like them. Because sometimes we like, especially just when we going on here now, we talk about men or dating or whatever. When you are dating someone, sometimes that first phase of dating is called the passion stage. Is when you are infatuated with the person. It's when you can't wait for the phone to ring. You get the little butterflies in your stomach. Oh, you want to touch on them. You want all of that. And when you are in that space during that time, a chemical cocktail is created in your brain. And it's three chemicals that are released when you are in this phase: serotonin, oxycontin, and dopamine. That is I call that the crazy cocktail because it kind of makes you a little different. It makes you just a little not as discerning as you say, Crystal, and because you're so elevated in what you want and what your expectations are. So you have to pay attention to the red flags. You have to pay attention to uh and I kind of have a list of things that if I'm dating someone, some non-negotiables, and I think that everyone should have some non-negotiables, and we're going to be talking about that on next week is I believe it's our final week. I think it's week number 4. And so in our final week, we're going to be talking about our love relationships, connecting. So if you're single, what you should be looking for, what your non-negotiables are. And then if you are in a relationship, what things do you need to do to make sure that you keep the home fires burning? What has happened when the home fires have gone out and now you need to rekindle the love again? Oh, yeah, some things we could do, and we're going to talk about those things next week. But you need to make sure that we are paying attention. And so the first thing I will say to Crystal is that you have to have your self standards and knowing what your standards are and not wavering from them, because oftentimes we will waver from our standards because we like somebody. Mm. Oh, he's tall, dark, and handsome. Yes, yes. Oh, and he got a boat. I'm just telling my old story. So we will stop and kind of waver off. Well, I usually do that, but I like him so much. You have a standard and boundaries for a reason. So setting boundaries, knowing what those boundaries are so critically important. So I'm going to review my 7 R's, and the 7 R's again. One, the friend must be real. That means they're authentic, they're honest, they're genuine. Two, they must be respectful. That means they're graceful, they're gracious, they are polite, they are considerate. They're considerate of you, they're considerate of others. They're reliable. Number three, they're decisive, they're loyal, they're a safe place for you. Number four, they reciprocate. They reciprocate. You give good, they give good. They reciprocating. Number five, they're reassuring. That means that they can comfort you, they can encourage you, they can cheer you. Because what do you do when everything for your friend is going great? I mean, they firing on all cylinders. Everything they touch is turning to gold, but ain't nothing working for you. I mean, nothing. How do you handle that as a friend? How do you handle it when you see your friends start rising and your stardom flickered out? That's just real life stuff. I want to hear from you. I want to hear, what do you do when that happens? And I need your real answers. I need what you really do. I don't need the cute answer just because we online or what you think people should say. Because I share a story all the time about Eddie Connor. Eddie Connor, Dr. Eddie Connor is a really good friend of mine, amazing man of God, an author, just an amazing speaker. And Eddie was on his way to speak or to do the Steve Harvey show. And he was in the airport and he was on live and he was sharing with people. Okay, I love it. Miss Moore says that she congratulates them and I push harder to reach my own goals. I love that. Push them, cheer them, lead them, and then let their example be an example for you to keep pushing, not an example for you to be a hater. Uh-oh. Did I say it? Did I say hater? I think I did. I think I did. I said hater. So you want to make sure that you are the type of friend that is going to push them when they are going higher. And then you also want to make sure that you are a releaser or that your friend is a releaser, someone that does not hold grudges, that will let things go. And then lastly, is the rampart friend. The rampart is another word for ride or die. So when you look at these 7 R's, I want you not only to look at the people in your circle, I need you to use the 7 R's and kind of rate each person. Where are they at on the real scale from 1 to 10? Where are they at on the respectful from 1 to 10? Where are they at on reliable from 1 to 10? Really take the time to do the work to ask the question so that you are clear about why this is even a good friend to you. Now, after you do all of that, after you do all of that, now you need to check yourself. You need to check yourself and your friendships for how you are with your friends. Are you a real friend? Are you respectful to your friends? Are you reliable for your friends? Do you reciprocate with your friends? Are you reassuring, cheerleading, uplifting, encouraging, inspiring to your friends? Are you a releaser or do you hold on to grudges? Do you hold on, always throwing it up in their face? Well, I remember when you did such and such, and I remember when you said such and such. Uh-huh. Yep, Miss Moore, you take some self-inventory. And then are you a rampart friend? Are you a ride or die friend? Are you the type of friend that sticks closer? I always say that I am not just my sister's keeper. I am my sister. And when someone is in my circle, you talk about loving on some folk. I love loving on my people. I love loving on my friends. I like, and I do have incredible friends. I really do. I have incredible friends because they go over and beyond the call of duty to show me that they love me. I just shared. I don't think I shared it. I might have shared it last week. No, yeah, last week. I got a new puppy. I got a new puppy. It was a gift for my birthday. And so I've always wanted a teacup dog. Now I have a little teacup dog. Her name is Sugar. And so when I say my friends have showed up already, for sugar. I had one friend bring me a stroller. So yes, my baby puppy has a stroller. And then I had another friend just text me and says, I got a special gift for sugar, some type of Gucci something. Lord Jesus, when I say this little thing is gonna be too spoiled, but that's because people love me, and because they love me, they're loving on my baby. I could say the same thing about how they treat Marcel. I have friends all over the world that Marcel can probably not go many places and not have somebody that's gonna cook him a meal, make sure he has what he needs. Just look out for him because he's my son. And relationships are like that. Relationships, you want to make sure that you are good to other people. When you're good to them, you're good to their children. You're good to them. I remember my son, when he went away to college, he went to Houston. I'm in Houston right now, but he went to Houston Baptist University. And I had a really good friend who was a pastor and first lady here. And they, uh, found out that he was coming, and they opened up their garage and just gave him all kind of stuff. I mean, he got the little refrigerator for his room. He got, I think, a microwave for his room. Just whatever he needed, they gave it to him right there on the spot. And then my old assistant who used to work for me, her name is April. April lives, she still lives in Houston, but she lived in Houston at the time. And she literally let Marcel go through her house and got plates and dishware and towels and sheets and just anything that he needed. And so the last day, I took him to a Walmart just to get some other little odds and ends. And then I had another girlfriend who gave him a gift card and gave him. So it's just so nice when you have that real friend with the 7 R's of, you know, the 7 R's. When you have those 7 R's, yes, you will feel good. You know that you can trust the people that are around you. You know you can tell your secrets because we all got some. Or when you're feeling some kind of way, like one of the things that I do when I'm tripping, because sometimes I'm tripping, I'll call my girlfriend and I say, okay, you're gonna have to talk me down off the ledge today. You gotta talk me down because I'm tripping, and I know I'm tripping, but I need you to help me. I need you to help me. Hey, I'm on the phone, fellas. I got twins. I'm babysitting twins. They're 5, but they're on the phone. They're on their phone talking to somebody. They're so advanced and wise that they can work their computer, and they're on FaceTime with one of their relatives. Hey, Stacy Ditley Jones. And so I want to open it up now for questions, comments. What you think about the 7 R's for developing your friendship? We're coming to visit next Friday. Oh, this Friday, Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's why they were going to the next. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Whosoever Will Ministries is led by my good, oh, way back in the day friend, Dr. Selma. Dr. Dr. So we go, I can like it's a song that's we go a long way back. We go a long way back. And I don't tell this story often, but when I first met Dr. Massey, I was working for Wayne County, and she had a radio show, a radio program, and they were looking to have someone co-host with her from the mental health side. And so my boss says, "Oh, you go. You like talking. You go and do the radio show with her." And so that's how we met. We did a radio show together. Wow, all those years ago. No, I didn't do anything. And kept in contact all of these years. And so I'm so very proud of the things that she's doing. I'm extremely proud of the ministry that she leads and the things that she's doing over there at Whosoever Ministries. So, any questions? Yes. Y'all don't have any questions? Y'all got me. Y'all got me. Y'all better ask the questions while you got me. I know y'all hear the children. Y'all hear the children yelling. I can't stop them from yelling. They. Hi. To break the TV all because of him. No, I was spinning it in the air. Didn't even hit the TV. Not because you was not angling. Thank you so much. Are you single or are you booed up? Yes. He broke the screen. Boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Look. Boot up, boot up. 13 years together. Ooh. Well, I know these little dogs are definitely spoiled because mine is a Yorkie and Pomeranian mixed, and she is but she's so smart. I love how smart she is. She's so smart. Yes, she's so smart. And I was playing with a Beyblade. I will go. I will go with my room. I tease the auntie mom. That is awesome. I love it. I mean, she'll get to yapping and yapping and yapping, and I'll get her, and that means that she needs to get on her pad so she can potty. And she goes to potty right on the pad. And I've only had her a week. This is just amazing. Yeah, she is really. Yep, she's a teacup, so she's tiny. She's not even 2 pounds. She's not even 2 pounds yet. So she'll always be able to fit in my purse. Like that. I love her. Oh, okay. So are y'all all good? So let me ask this question. Are you all gonna really look at these 7 R's and make sure that the people in your circle check out and make sure that you check out too? Yes, I need you to do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Uh-oh. Oh, 21. Oh, that's less than 21. You said you had a lot of fun. It is so important because what I've learned for myself is as God elevates me and elevates the platforms that He puts me on and the things that He allows me to do and the places that He allows me to go, certain people at certain levels can't go to the next level. They're not ready. And I can't make them ready. And so what I've learned is I can't force somebody into a space that's not their space because it's going to hurt them and it'll hurt me. I've had situations where I've taken people places with me and they have totally, and I mean totally embarrassed me. And then the person who invited me is looking at me like, now why you bring them? Like, you ain't had nobody else to bring. And you kind of want something like when you said earlier about how you can bring somebody up. I was trying to bring somebody up, and then they weren't ready to go up. They weren't ready for the blow up. They was looking at, I remember, I'll just tell this one little story. I was dating a guy. He was a little younger, so can I say I was doing the cougar thing for a minute? Just for a minute. But I was dating him, and we went to a very upscale party, invitation only, at a mansion, da 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 da. He all on Facebook, taking pictures, putting it on Facebook. Yeah, my girl, bro. I was like, no. you you cannot be starstruck. You cannot. You just cannot. So no. So I had to learn kind of like the you know, people being able to handle the places and spaces. Ooh.
You can connect all the TVs together, and no one can take your power away. And guess what?
Yes. Yes.
Guess what? Hey, we got new
Uh-oh.
TV.
I love that. Rooted or leaves. So some friendships are for a lifetime. That means they rooted. But then sometimes they just look, they come for a season, so they leaves. They're gonna blow away. They're gonna be gone on about their business. So you have to know the difference. Stop treating leaves like they rooted, and stop treating the rooted people like they leaves. Yes.
I just want to show you. I want to explain. Still walk. Oh yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't.
Right.
Is there something wrong with it? When we watch it, check what happened. It was backward.
I know that is so true. The people on Facebook says I love the leaves and the roots analogy. Thank you so much for that. Because I'm gonna give you credit today, but I'm gonna be using it from now on. I'm just saying.
It went backward. What?
Oh no. God will blow his super on your natural. That's the only thing that makes supernatural, baby. Oh yes, he will blow. And so I say that every day. God is blowing his super on my natural. But I have to present my natural for him to blow his super on it. Now that's it. So in all things, you have to lean out into your own understanding, but you got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. And when you give it to him, he is going to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. So that's what I know. That's what I know. That's what I know. So those who are watching me on Facebook right now, they see my baby. I'm showing them Sugar. This is Miss Sugar. She's my doll. She's my doll, baby. She's such a good baby. Oh, she's cuter than cute. She is a little cute. She's a little cute. So so if we're good, no more questions. Uh-oh. On Facebook they say give it to God. Just give it to God. You gotta give it to God. So we will be my Facebook page is Dr. Sabrina. Ain't that a shame? What's my Facebook page, Crystal? Write it in there for me because I don't know which one y'all on because I have several Facebook pages. Okay. Okay, so you posted it to your page. Oh, good. Oh, good. So yes, so every week when I'm here, I they say Sugar is so precious. They loving Sugar. They loving Miss Sugar. Miss Sugar. She's so little. She's so tiny. I love her. Uh so yeah, next week we're talking everything is all about love. Next week we're gonna be talking all about relationships. We're gonna be talking about how to keep the home fires burning. And if you don't have a relationships, what are some of the things that you need to stop doing in order to get you one? Because I'm sure it's some stuff you need to stop doing. Mm. Like the Supreme say, stop in the name of love. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ooh. Wait till y'all. I got an assignment. I got an assignment for all of you on the line. I got an assignment. I want you, if you have Amazon Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, I want you to go there before next week and watch a movie called Team, Teame, no, Team, get it together, Sabrina. Team Marriage. That's the name of the movie. You can watch that movie, Team Marriage, and you might get a little surprise in the movie when you watch it. But I'm definitely going to talk about some things in that movie. So if you have Amazon Prime, go on and watch the movie Team Marriage. It is going to teach us some things. It's so well done. Oh my God, it's such a well done film. Oh, it's great, 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 great. Sounds good? Wonderful. Check it out. Check it out. Oh, somebody just said it's good. All right, Miss Griffin. Miss Griffin say it's good. Yes, it is. It is a good, good movie. And so that is going to be our precursor for our discussion next week because there's some things Crystal just said. Teen Marriage is awesome. It is a very good, good movie. And I will say this: my son saw it, and one of the things that he said after he saw it, he said it made him rethink how he's even approaching relationships and getting married. It really made him rethink it. He said he really learned some things and he's starting to take it much seriouser now about what he wants in a person and why he wants that in a person and what he needs to be in a relationship. So it's well done. It's a well done, and it's a documentary, but it doesn't look like a documentary. It's just filmed so well. It's such a good thing. Good movie. So, all right, y'all. We good. We done. Y'all through with me? Yes. Hi. No. Mm. No. Team, like a sports team. Team. Team Marriage. Yes. I know. Sometimes I found I say stuff and I found like I sound like I'm oh my baby. Hey fellas, bring me some tissue out the bathroom, please. Yes, thank you. I let her out. Yes. Uh-huh. I need some more.
That many?
I love that. And let me tell you why I love that even more. I love it even more because the word is clear about the renewing of our mind. And so we are always in a space where we need to renew our mind. You never get to a place that your mind is just completely renewed, ever. As long as you're living and breathing, there still needs to be some renewal. There still needs to be some work that needs to be done because as you continue to matriculate through life and you get older and things you have experiences, it changes your mindset. So yeah, I love that. Thank you for that one. I love it. Absolutely. All right, we done for the night. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me and with these 7 hours. I hope they have been helpful. Woo, but next week gonna be hot, sizzling hot. All righty. Okay, you take care. Bye bye. Okay, so I let them go, and now I'm gonna let y'all let y'all go. You know, I let my baby out I let my baby out and I didn't put her on the pad. So she just right here on the desk, kind of let it go. She had a little, but she's so little, so it's nothing. Just got some tissue and cleaned it up. She keep trying to eat my hair. But say hi, I'm Sugar. Don't fuss at me. Her fussing. She fussing at me. She's so feisty. She fussing because she want to eat my hair and I don't want her to. I don't want you to eat my hair. I don't want it. I'm going to get off of here. Thank you so much. Tune in next week, same time, same place. I'm going to try and do these every Tuesday. I keep saying that I'm going to do a show every week, but my challenge is I be traveling, I be going, and it's the consistency. So I keep saying that I'm going to start recording them so then I could just put them up, but I haven't slowed down enough yet. But pray for me, and I'll pray for you. I love you. You all have a good evening. Ouch, 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 ouch.